everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or... Cast. This evening we are going to be doing 2 hours of Rime by the Frostmaiden, which will be episode 39, followed by a brief break, and then 2 hours of Candlekeep Mysteries, book 5. DM'd by Jake this time. I keep looking at Helena because I'm so used to saying DM by Helena, but DM by Jake tonight. And Jake, what is the title of that?
Shemshan's Bedtime Rime.
I like it. I'm feeling it. And we are actually on the last chapter of Rime with the Frostmaiden at this point, so we are sort of in the home stretch. I'm not entirely sure how many sessions Ythryn will take to explore.
This one.
But we will see.
Just one. We're done.
This is home run. We just go straight through. Yeah, I like it.
Speed run.
And with that speed run on the horizon, Helena, would you mind terribly telling us what happened in the necropolis last episode?
So, we had just annihilated from this plane a beautiful dryad who was caring for this beautiful grove of trees. Then we had a really tense talk. Molly was like, you know what? You guys told me you want to help people, but this doesn't look like helping people. I am out. Also, I made this blood oath to this grove, so I think I'm going to stay true on that.
To be honest, the only person who's making that like a thing is Hugo.
Yeah,
it's like Molly was 100% going to invade.
You're going to stay
immediately.
Because he's not a bad person, then what?
You're definitely going to stay.
So we said farewell to our geeky friend and left him in this grove where he is allegedly going to tend to the trees. Hugo's like, I'll come back and help after we've done our mission. So we'll see how that goes. If the trees are still there later. So we moved along and we found a really long passageway that we were following for a while. And then, boom, there it is. Ythryn, we found it. There it is. It's really weird looking. We're overwhelmed. We're gazing at it. And then all of a sudden this hole opens up in the ice wall and this crazy wizard comes out of it. He's like, I'm very smart and I know what I'm doing. And my name's Friedhelm, and that is Rio's new character.
I don't know if he said he knew what he was doing, but...
I mean, he said he was a teacher. I feel like teachers know what they're doing usually.
No, but those who can't.
I'm glad we're stuck with you now. So now we're stuck with a teacher who doesn't know how to do things. That's great. But he has a spellbook chained to him just in case. It turns out he was Valin's old apprentice or current apprentice that she was trying to ditch, and through just like sheer luck, he finds the caves, he falls through some ice, bypasses all the nasty things we've all had to defeat. Just kind of slips by the drow encampment.
No, they were chasing me.
Oh, okay. Well, runs through a drow encampment, loses them, finds us. Very convenient. It's like we're in a magic city. So we start walking into our magic city. We're like, hey, there's a big tower in the center. That seems important. So we go up to that. And inside there's this script that talks about elder wood wands. And we're like, sure, we know exactly what that is. Oh, hey, look at that cool hammer. And then there's these constructs around the hammer. And we're like, we learned a lesson or two. We don't just touch things. So we throw rocks at them now. So we throw a rock and they light up a little bit, but they don't move. So we're like, okay, we're not going to touch more. So we move along. We then find a cool magic school. And we're like, we were walking towards this place where there were trees. So we're like, maybe those are the trees we need. We're walking by a magic school. Friedhelm's like, yeah, there's gotta be cool stuff in there. Let's go. So he starts to walk in. And then, of course, those construct buddies run out of the tower and head right to us, followed by their mage. Recapitated.
And that is indeed where we find all of you tonight, halfway between a wizard's tower and the House of the Arcane, as the defenders of Ythryn, though long fallen, have made their presence finally known. Can I have everybody please roll initiative?
Who's gonna fuck me tonight? You're gonna fuck me tonight. All right.
I didn't say
Take
anything. No.
turns?
It's a 5.
Mark, we're gonna have to tell your wife about your relationship with these die.
She knows. Oh, she knows.
Does she?
Your
Well, she
ball
manages you
die.
guys' OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Was that a 5 over there?
It's a 5, yeah.
Okay.
Say it one more time and then it'll feel better.
5.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. Still,
All right.
Well, think about it out of 5.
still bad.
5 out of 5 is great.
I got a 9
A 9. Okay.
with my advantage.
Excellent.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Oh.
Jake.
Yeah. Those
8.
frame.
Yeah, the frames.
Wow, we are having a real hard time tonight. Okay.
The frame still says Molly.
Free. Oh, yeah, I'll have to fix that next time. Sorry, guys. Freedom.
16.
And last but not least, Xenocious.
13.
Z
Remind me.
Bartholomew.
Next time I'll give you advantage on.
Okay, so
It's not gonna
that
be
is
okay.
going to mean that we start,
Thank you.
and if you all can see the map now, we start with Friedhelm.
Oh, good lord. There's a map
Really?
on this one.
Yes.
Oh, I was not prepared to go first. I'm so used to
You had your plan ready for how long?
I know, but I have to
Ready.
look up what the save is now.
If it is helpful, you'll all find out soon that their initiative was not much better than the rest of yours.
I rolled a 9.
Could you said there was one that was a spellcaster, right?
Yes.
Could he make a charisma saving throw, please?
We will find out momentarily.
Fraser,
Oh,
could he fail
charismatic.
one for us?
As they come out from different directions, what are you doing to him?
So I'm reaching out with perfect hand gestures and perfect intonation and banishing him.
As the spell hits him, you see this momentary shift as if the reality around him is beginning to be affected by what you've done, and then nothing.
As if he made his save, or as if he's immune?
He got a 17. Which I should have asked because this is a new character, but that's a
That is
decent
my
save.
spell save.
Okay, excellent. So, anything else on your turn, Friedhelm?
He's
Why?
so
I'm so
proud
excited
of
about that
himself.
spell.
It was a good. It really was a good
got
one.
it.
Are you in action or bonus action? You're in action. Yeah, no, that's
All right,
that's
from
free
Friedhelm, we are
Don't
down
talk to me like that.
from Friedhelm. We are down to Nahashazi.
Okay, so we got these 2 dudes and then the one dude by himself.
Yes, you see, both of them came out. Both of the more soldier-like ones came out from different buildings, while the more mage-looking one descended from the roof.
Oh. Okay. Oh god. I thought he was gonna take longer. I didn't even think about this.
We got a Mangan fighting some Megans.
Hey.
Nice.
I guess just on the mage, I'm gonna do a guiding bolt.
Okay,
Bolts be guided.
on to the mage. You said.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That is a 20 something to hit.
That will hit. While he is a mage, he still has the AC of a mage.
That's 12 radiant damage.
Excellent. You see it hit him and he illuminates with the light of that bolt as he continues his descent towards you. Anything else, Steve?
No, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
Diplomacy at all.
Tempest?
I'm gonna run up to this one, take 2 swings, rage, reckless. Why not?
You cannot control tempest.
Oh damn! 2 of those are 20s, baby. Okay.
Not
Got
control
2
any.
20s.
Where are my
Try
dice tonight? Okay, and it's just got brutal critical, bitches. Okay,
What's
so
going on?
let's see.
So we all need to stop paying
Bam.
attention to the map
Bam.
and pay attention to the fact that she just double crit as a barbarian.
Yeah, I don't know how this one's gonna go.
Okay, so
Oh shit.
12 plus 7 is 19. So that's the base. That's the first.
Yeah.
And that's. Oh my god, 19 plus 19, so that's both, because both are critical. So that's 19 plus 19 is 38.
This is
Then
more
I'm
math
adding
than we
this.
used to have to, that we are used to having to do.
This
Okay.
might be the single most
41,
powerful
45,
thing that we've done.
54, plus 14 more, so that's 58, 68. And then I get my blue roll critical, which is that a d12 for both hits?
Yeah.
Okay, so shit, what was I just at? 68. And then plus 10 more, 78. And he can do a dexterity saving throw for that.
Where did the D6 come from before? Curious.
Oh, did I add that in?
You already had a D6.
What was it? Do you remember?
I think it was a 5.
We are beyond. As Tempest runs away from the group, how do you do this?
I chop off both legs at the knee and then down through the skull.
As you do that, first coming through the legs, you see this liquid, like mercury, come spraying out as it hits your armor and sprays all over the ground, rushing like quicksilver into cracks. And then coming through with that final blow, you see the eyes alight, and everything within the armor bursts into this translucent turquoise flame and then evaporates as the armor clatters to the ground, where it fizzles out to follow.
Pretty.
I assume that is Tempest's turn.
Yes, that's all.
Dang, okay, that was, nice turn, Tempest.
Thanks.
You want her to keep going?
I mean, if she's got more, I'll take it.
Technically, she could keep moving towards the other ones. You have movement.
Oh, that's true.
Just like one shot the being and come back over.
And if I raged, I get this movement for free from my rage, so I get my full 40 anyway.
You definitely get there.
So,
Where do you want to be?
yeah,
Put
put
it
me.
right between them.
Well, I don't want them to flank me.
Oh.
Yeah, right there's fine.
Here? Or where?
Let's go in front of him.
Excellent.
Hi.
And does he need a save from your aura?
No, I used it on the first
Okay.
one.
Altus?
So, watching that and being absolutely bewildered and befuddled and in awe, Altus is going to run over to the other intruder. And I'm going to pull out the rapier and make a swing.
Fantastic.
I turn to you. Are we starting to count over, or are we including everything? Or is this continuation?
We're continuing and you're ahead.
Well, we don't know if I'm ahead, but...
But that one definitely is not ahead. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I rolled a nat 1,
Okay.
but I'd like to use my channel divinity. So then after all of that, 18 to hit?
18 will hit.
Perfect. So then, that's gonna be... Okay, I used that. Sorry everyone, I'm swapping to a new system.
Application.
Yes.
As you rush over, your nat 1 causing you to trip on a stone before your deity's intercession rights your blade.
I go from to again.
I love how
4.
Altus is basically the Jackie Chan of the party. He's just always like, "Wah!" You can't tell.
Still kills things.
You can't tell if it's on purpose or not.
That
Part of
is
the
the
charm.
nicest thing that someone has said to Altus in like a week. That's 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I would like to do my... What is this? The War Priest feature.
Okay.
And swing again.
All right. Give it to me.
That's a 26 to hit.
That will also hit.
This far into the game, you gotta ask.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
It was over 26.
If he ever says 26 doesn't hit, there's some shenanigans going on.
At that point, we're all going home.
I was gonna say, like, ancient dragons don't have that high AC.
What if they were armor?
That's an extra 4 damage.
All right. Excellent. So, from Altus, from his clumsy trip that landed him a heavy blow, we move on to their turn. As this one, now affronted by your attack against it, lashes back. That's going to be something that I can see if I change to chat. That's going to be a 21 and an 8 to hit.
One of them hits, and you probably know which one.
All right, that's going to be 9 slashing damage as it parries your last blow and brings its own blade up into your armor. The one that looks a little more magic-y right in front of Tempest is going to use 2 attacks.
Oh, does he look magic-y?
That's going to be a 19 and a 22 to hit.
Yes!
Okay.
I would like to use my reaction to encapsulate her in my arcane ward.
Okay. And what will that do?
It's the abjuration.
Got it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Excellent. All right. We've never actually seen that before. So what does that look like, Friedhelm?
So he always kind of has like this kind of shimmering shield of force that he deploys during fights, and so he literally kind of like spins his hands around and like it flies forward, and then as the attack hits, there's a shield that like appears in front of you, and hopefully absorbs the damage.
The Galvan Magen reaches out with both hands towards Tempest, and you see these sparks beginning to form between them as lightning comes out from its hands and hit the barrier that comes up in front of you. All told, it is dealing 16 lightning damage between
Absorbs
the
it
two.
completely.
Excellent. From there, I'll let you keep track of how many hit points that has left. As Tempest, you take 0 damage, this barrier appearing and taking all of them from you. And that will bring us out of them and to Hugo.
Hugo.
The juiciest member of the party, Hugo.
David got back.
He's juicy.
I mean, Scorching Ray, I guess. Yeah. I'll do 2 on this guy, 1 on this guy.
And the
2
next
on the one in front of
the next attack
Okay.
on the Magus has advantage.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do that one first.
Okay.
I'm going to use this inspiration guy.
Thanks for the inspiration for Hugo. I mean, grr. I don't want that.
Yeah, Dossie bit.
That is a 23 to hit.
All right, that will definitely hit.
9 points of fire damage.
Fantastic.
And then I'll do both of the rolls at the same time for the other dude.
Okay.
That is a 19
Hits.
and an 18.
Both hit.
Cool.
I like that started with a goddamn.
8 for the first one and 10 for the second one.
All right, you can see that while the more mage-looking of the two is still standing after that first fire, its eyes turn to you with that silvery look flashing across them. The more militant of the two is not looking great. And unless Hugo's got anything else, we are back to the top of the round with Friedhelm.
I'm done.
So the mage is still up and active, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I would like to get an intelligence saving throw from the warrior one.
Okay. That
Int.
is going to be a 13.
Okay, so that fails.
Okay.
So I put my hand up as the shield comes back to me. I put my hand up to my head, and then a wisp of energy goes into him. Tasha's mind whip. He takes 13 psychic damage.
You can see as that hit, that quicksilver begins to flow from its eyes, mouth, ears, and nose, but it is still standing.
And then on its next turn, it can only take a move action.
All right.
Oh, it must choose. Never mind. But it can only take a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Okay. Excellent. From Friedhelm, we are down back to Z.
Also, if at all possible, you go ahead and do your turn, but can we move to where I'm not grouped up with you just in case a shatter comes.
Where do you want to be?
Just like over here is fine.
Nope. I don't have control of Freetown.
What happens? You know, man, I'm blaming this on Mark. It's all
I showed up. I showed up. Everything got fucked up.
You're good now.
That's how it goes.
How's the script?
The one in armor does not look good. The Galvan mage and the one that's more in that caster vibe is looking fine.
Looks fine.
And the one that Tempest disembodied?
Is gone.
Okay.
It has no body.
It is looking no way.
She took its bowels and then disembodied.
Being into the studies that Altus is into, I have to double check.
Okay. She's gonna throw a spell at the mage person.
Okay,
It's a 20-something to hit.
that will hit.
Okay.
Looks like a mage, takes hits like a mage.
We love it. That's gonna be. Hope this isn't bad. 11 lightning damage.
Lightning.
Yeah.
As that lashes out, you see it hit the creature full on and then surge into its skin as if nothing happened.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
And that's not a spell, right? It's not using absorb elements.
Nope.
Okay.
Not from what you can see.
Yep.
I'm looking for something to counterspell.
Z goes, well, don't use lightning. And that's all he's gonna do.
As a general rule, it's better to try and use force or psychic damages. Most creatures have trouble with those.
Well, if you
Tempest.
learn how to shape Chaos Bolt into that, I will, then you can let me know.
Yes. Oh, that's good. Okay, 18 plus 7 is
Hits.
7 plus 7, 14.
14 does also hit. It meets.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 9, or no, that's 6. 14 plus 6, 20, 27. And I guess make a dex save, but it sounds like lightning does not happen.
Oh, right. So 27 damage, and the dex save is an 11.
4. 1 more damage, 1 lightning.
Which, as you see the exact same thing, your normal effectiveness hits it, and it doesn't even react. For me, thank you.
From say rope twitching?
It's Rachel.
Sir,
Oh,
twitching.
nice. Thanks, Rachel. Awesome. I'm going to keep that in my pocket for now. From there, we are down to.
Should I not say her name? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Not
what she uses on
your
YouTube.
name.
Well, from Tempest, we are down to Altus. I like seeing the happy couple fighting side by side, I must say.
It's doing wonders for my spirit. Having just seen the lightning go through and nothing happened, Altus is going to look over at Tempest and just reach out and grab the warrior-looking one, casting Inflict Wounds.
All right.
And
Reach out and touch him.
reach out and touch death.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's exactly what I was thinking, but
You're welcome.
Hey, you got that
So that
one.
makes sense.
Although you are touching its death, perhaps, and not your own.
Yeah, I'm giving myself Bardic. I'm just kidding. No, that's not how it works. And I'm actually stalling so I can get to the spell so I can read it.
you make an attack roll,
Yeah.
and then it does 3d10 plus 1d10 per spell level.
It's an attack roll, that's right.
Plus your spell modifier.
That's my spell mod, which is...
New
I
apps
should,
are always exciting.
I should have that memorized.
Are you using D&D Beyond now, or?
Yes. That's alright.
Should be towards the top of your page.
Okay, going back to the old app. I know where I'm looking on that one. I'm so sorry, everybody.
That's what happens. You know?
Do you
Switch
know
apps.
if it is a plus 9?
It might be.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. Do I use guided? No, I'm not going to use that again. That's going to be a 14.
As you do, your hands reach forward and glance off of its armor. That silver mercurial blood that's coming out of it, just too slippery to get enough of a hold for your spell. And we come from Altus, unless you have anything left, down to the Magan. Magin. We're going to keep saying all the different varieties to ensure we piss somebody off.
Can you imagine?
I can imagine. First of all, the one that is on death's door is going to reach out and touch you back. That's going to be for a 7 and an 11 to hit.
Is it attacking with a weapon?
It is attacking with a greatsword.
Okay. You said touch. I was like, spell?
Yes. And anything from that?
7 or 11, Jake.
I'm assuming not.
No.
Okay. As it is just too weak to land any of the blows, you see the other one step to the side, keeping in range with Tempest, as it gives a static discharge for 19.
Is that a spell?
Yes.
Okay, count spell.
That is, let me check what this counts as.
If it's a special ability, maybe not.
It is not a spell, and it is not an attack roll, because you should read things more carefully. Can I have a deck save from both of you, please?
And all
So
this
this
as
is
well?
getting saved for now. No, just from Friedhelm and
Oh,
Tempest.
gotcha.
Friedhelm and Tempest.
12.
Altus and Tempest, probably.
No, Friedhelm and Tempest.
Line of sight?
Hang on, I was not prepared for a deck save. 17.
All right, so that is a 17, and you said yours was a...
12.
All right, so Tempest does not make it, but Friedhelm does, so you will take half damage as it lashes out with its hands pushed together, a lightning bolt forming between them and stretching between both of you, dealing 22 lightning damage total.
So 11.
11 for Friedhelm, and
I will also be having that because
All right.
of resistance to lightning.
excellent. And you see as that weakens it slightly, as it begins to suck in the ambient energy from around it once again, and we come from the Magian down to...
I'm also going to cast Absorb Elements, just so you know.
Okay.
To happen again.
All right, down to Hugo.
Me. I don't know if I want to blow big things. Because I feel like one more Tempest.
One more
turn,
Tempest
she-
coming through here.
When we're good.
Yeah.
I'm going to... I will... Sorry, guys. Screw it. I'll do Scorching Ray again.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do 2 on the mage and 1 on the other. So for the mage, that is an 18 and a 12.
That will... the 18 will hit, the 12 will not.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage. And then other person, that is a natural 1. Do with that what you will.
Oh. Okay.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Altus, can I have you roll a dex save, please?
What?
Wait.
How come when I was Mala and I had Flash of Genius where I could add the saves, there was never any saves? Now that he's gone, there's saves every turn.
That's a 19 to save.
All right. So as you stand there, you feel heat and you turn to the side, and as you do, between you and the mage in front of you, a firebolt comes streaming past, hitting the side of the building, causing melted stone to come sloughing off. But you do not take any damage.
Watch your side! Okay.
On your left.
And we are back to Friedhelm.
Friedhelm again? Okay.
I know, usually you guys knock things out faster than this. I don't know. We're slipping today, guys. As Tempest opens the round by just obliterating things. She's not slipping. You guys have
That warrior on his turn, he only took 1 action, right?
The warrior did not take any action.
Okay, good.
He
I'm
just
just
stood
gonna
there.
chill touch my magey boy.
Wait, the warrior
That's not
attacked
true.
with
He
the-
attacked him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm lying. He attacked. He just didn't hit anything.
Okay, does a 14 hit magey boy?
Yes, it will.
Okay,
It will meet
touch
Magey Boy.
for 14 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Bye.
As I just reach out and stop his heart.
As it,
Or whatever it has.
as you reach out to try and find a heart to crush, the inside feels much more mercurial. And as you squeeze, the entire body almost pops like a balloon. And all of that quicksilver just rains to the ground in a splat and fizzles off into nothing.
When in doubt, just kind of like wave it around until you kill it.
What is the temperature down here?
This place is moderate. It is room temperature almost. It is a comfortable 72. Once you've gotten within the walls themselves, the temperature feels much warmer than that ice bridge was.
And then I'm going to send my owl, Thurgood, to give the help action to the next person who attacks this one.
All right. And from Friedhelm, we are down to Z, possibly the next person who attacks this one.
Firebolt. Yeah.
All right.
Advantage.
As poor Altus gets more fire flung at him.
That's why I'm missing. I'm trying to attack, but also like dodge firebolts.
You know what they say
18
about
hit?
kitchens?
18 will hit.
Right? Something like
You should
that.
stay out
Oh, because I can't stand the heat. Yeah.
of them.
Half elves weren't made for the heat. Hugo was made for the heat.
Of the heat.
11 fire damage.
It bursts into flames, much like the other. Your own flame colors mixing with that mercury and blue color as it falls to the ground, leaving chainmail resting and nothing else.
I wonder if that means that sick hammer is unprotected now. I start inching back towards the tower.
Well, we would still need the wand in order to actually complete
Oh,
that
I
puzzle.
forgot about that puzzle.
So.
To the forest, then?
You are out of combat. You are standing still presently between, as I turn you back to the other map, between the House of the Arcane and yet another of those wizard towers.
I mean, we're so close. Do we just want to check out the wizard tower?
We're approximately...
You are
here?
right here. Yes, you got it.
I mean, it's on our way. Why not? Check it out.
Well, weren't we going to go into this school?
Yes, that was the plan, but if we... I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if there's another item we're going to need for this tower as well, it would be better to know it now than potentially miss something we need.
All right, so you're thinking to check the tower first and the school perhaps after?
Yes.
All right, this tower is engraved with interlocking circles of stone. Yellow light spills from its topmost window, and the faint sound of brooms brushing on stonework drifts through its broken doors.
Can I do the same thing I did before, where I detect magic and read the runes, see if there's any traps?
As you detect magic, you see an aura almost blinding of conjuration magic that covers the entirety of the surface. Unlike in the previous tower, you do not see anything out of place.
Well, so it seems safe enough to enter.
I go in.
All right.
Be careful, it is conjuration though, so watch out for teleportation or summoning.
Is Tempest going in alone?
I
or
can't
is
do
anyone
either of those
coming with?
things.
I'll follow her.
I mean, of course I'm going inside.
Follow as well.
All right, so we have Hugo keeping the door while the rest of you enter in. You notice almost immediately a distinct difference from the last tower. When you made your way up the stairs in the previous tower, the ruins had clearly taken their toll on the space. You could see piles of dust and rubble and detritus that littered the place before you reached that clean floor with the hammer. Here, instead, all of it is neat. Every piece of it is orderly as you make your way up the stairs, seeing a few rooms off to the sides as you lead up to a central tower room, much like the previous one that you had seen. And as you reach the top of this tighty tower...
Conjurers are always insufferably neat.
Is it?
Scares me if this one has a map and the other one didn't.
Well, this might be part of his pack.
The other one did as well, but we did not have it yet. Glowing orbs are set into the walls of this 30-foot diameter circular chamber. 4 giant hands made of shimmering force hover in the centers of the room, guarding a tiny ornamental tower perched on a pedestal.
Does this one also have an inscription, like the last one did?
The last one where you saw the inscription, go ahead and roll an investigation for me. Are you entering the room or doing it from the doorway?
I would prefer to do it from the doorway. Okay. But if I need to enter the room, I will as well.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
4 hands, and this is a platform?
Let me reveal them for you. So 4 giant hands made of shimmering force hover in the center of the room, guarding a tiny ornamental tower perched on a pedestal.
Ornamental tower.
24.
You can see through the ornate markings across the room, those geometric patterns that you'd seen previously. Across on the opposite wall, there is an inscription in Draconic.
Okay.
Ooh. Wait, I can't read that.
I can. That's a wizardy language. What does it say in Draconic?
Second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand.
Second, summon a flame in the palm. It says second specifically.
Second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand.
This is the second challenge. That first one was the first challenge.
Did the first one say first?
The first one said, first, shield thy heart with a wand from the nether oak.
I don't think these are instructions for these individual towers.
Like a set of instructions. Like a puzzle.
Yes, if that's the case, then this might be the keys to entering the central tower. Hugo, you used Produce Flame in that last fight, right?
He is outside.
I don't know, but I'm trying to know if I would know he has the Produce Flame cantrip.
My beard's on fire. So probably.
I can shoot a firebolt like up.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like Produce Flame literally lets you just hold a fire in your hand, but I don't know if I would necessarily know you had that. But anyway, all right. Well, if that's the case, then we might not need the Elder Wand for that hammer anyway. It might be some other... it seems to be instructions for something else. Arcana on these hands, because they look like Big B's hands, but...
Yeah, go ahead.
If they're Big B's hands, they should not be still alive, because there's no living wizards. 18?
These are Big B's hands that seem to be operating without any caster apparent to control them.
Who the F is Bigby?
Well, he's a particularly hand-focused wizard.
Okay.
And these hands probably grab you and hurt you.
Any number of things, yes. I mean, if you think a large hand, what it's capable of doing, that's basically what they can do. Yeah.
I shoot him.
I actually know this spell. Just
You're going to shoot it through the door?
I start to, but if he tells me that's not good.
Just a moment. I'm going to dispel one of them, see if that's possible. 4th level. I really just want my arcane ward HP back.
As you cast it, it enters into the room itself and then dissipates.
Oh, that's just not fair. Is there an anti-magic zone?
Not that you can tell.
Can I shoot at it now?
Yes.
Okay.
As I contemplate.
I mean, do we need to attack these?
I would very much so like to know what that is in the center there. And if she wishes to shoot at them, I mean, that's perfectly fine. They
No,
may
I mean-
be very resistant to damage.
Okay, well, I could just step in and see what happens.
Yes, attempt to just grab the idol, perhaps.
Wow. Nobody ever lets me just go grab things. Okay, I walk up to the idol.
Okay, as soon as you enter the room, you see all of the hands stop.
They just become very still.
Be careful.
So
Are
I
you gonna
continue
continue
approaching.
forward?
Yes, I continue approaching.
All right, roll for initiative.
Okay.
Advantage.
Well, he's outside.
Oh.
He's still gonna roll
Blessing.
because we'll see what happens on his turns. Just combing his fire beard.
Oh, wow.
All
Well,
right,
this is my turn to have the crappy initiative.
No, you have advantage.
Okay, Tempest.
On initiative.
I got a 21.
Dang, Tempest. All right. Altus.
22.
Dang, Altus. Wow, these are replacements for last time. See?
20.
Boom, boom, boom.
Excellent. Freedom.
6.
Well, yeah, you were at the top last time, so.
And Hugo.
20 minus 10. So 10.
All right. Yeah.
I was like,
that's
how
right.
did you get a
Where did the
minus
minus 10 come from?
from?
All right, Altus, you are the first to go as you see all of the hands tense and begin to move towards Tempest.
Can I step just outside the doorway and
nothing
like
cool.
off to the side? So I'm gonna kind of dip through and back around. And then I'd like to point at. I don't think that's me. That's Z. But I would like to point at the hand closest to me to the left,
Okay.
just right there, and I'm gonna point at it and toll the dead.
All right. That is a 13
that
for a
does
save.
not save.
Excellent.
So it's going to take 2d8. Sweet. And then, because I don't really play with a proper bard, the inspiration can be added to damage dice.
We've been playing it that way.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah, so generally for a bard, you have to be a specific kind of bard for that, but we'll use it for this.
So that's going to be 17 necrotic damage to the inanimate hand.
All right. You see the form of the hand crackle as that blue light shifts off of it, and in return, it forms the same pointing hand back at you.
As I then swap to a.
And from Altus, we were down to Tempest.
All right, I just go up to this thing and grab it if I can, and then run back.
You're gonna
Oh,
run up.
I mean, unless you want to, but I figured this is what we need, right?
I don't have control of any of them, Poulter.
Okay. I'm batting 1,000 for setting up these maps, y'all. Let me
It's
give
okay.
you some control, Mr. Out of the Room. Okay, you have control of both of them now.
That's my middle name.
Yes, Mark Out of the Room.
Never call me that again.
Only my mother can call me that.
I
Oh,
don't
right.
have control of all this.
Okay.
Oh, no, I do. Never mind.
So, Tempest, you grab it.
Yes.
As you put your hand on it, a glowing doorway opens on the other side of it that's 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, and 5 feet away from the pedestal.
Hey, maybe I can do some of that summoning stuff.
well,
So when I let go of it, it goes what?
No, it stays.
Okay, I guess we're fighting then.
So there's a shimmering door.
There's
like,
a
behind the
shimmering
pedestal.
door right here.
Arcana check.
Okay, well, it's not your turn, so
I still would like
so
to
then now that I've seen that, I guess I'll run up to this one. I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
And then
That would be
realize
2 19s.
we didn't try diplomacy.
Those will both hit.
How do you do diplomacy with a hand?
14 plus
Stop.
7.
Don't touch me with that.
Ooh. 21, and then dex save.
I was gonna go
Should I
there too,
rage?
so.
No, I'm gonna hold off.
Sorry.
So, what did I say? 14 plus 7, 21.
And it was a 19 to hit, you said?
Yeah, 2 19s.
Okay. Excellent. And give me that damage one more time.
21.
All right. As you strike through the hand, it almost as if you're slashing through something nearly incorporeal, but you can see the cracks form in the magic as the damage is done. And we are down from Tempest to Z.
Okay. Well, if we're doing this, I guess we're doing this.
There's a fancy golden door. We gotta go through it now.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from going through it immediately.
All right, if somebody wants to do that, we can do
I mean, I
that.
would
Oh my God.
much like to study it for a moment.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We could throw rocks through it. That's been working pretty well.
As I'm like, do I run?
We're gonna fire bolt it.
Okay.
you
Are you
can
moving
move
into the room?
Yeah.
And which one,
Stab it,
one or
Rachel.
ones are you firebolting?
The one closest to all this.
Are you just speaking in like one square?
Just poke his head through.
Okay.
15?
Does not hit.
Well then. Okay.
Anything else? As it goes wide and slams into the wall, some of those arcane runes crumbling off into dust as it hits.
No.
Okay. Then we are on to the hands.
Stupid
As
big bee.
this one comes to here, this one comes to here, and this one comes to here.
I'm about to get bitch slapped by a
If-
giant hand.
We die.
Multiple
Because of
times.
these freaking hands.
We're about to catch
These hands. Love you,
All
Jake.
right. Tempest, that is a 22 and a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Oh.
As both of them reach out and squeeze you, the hands coming on top of each other to push that force damage with inward. And they are going to move you
Ooh. I'm getting moved to the
to
door.
there. All right, so with that, that will be... Oh, my word. That is going...
Okay.
Total between the two attacks, that will be 57 force damage.
okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it too late to
57
project my ward?
Is
It's a reaction.
As a reaction, take 12 off?
Okay, so that'll be 45 divided by 2.
and force is different from like the bludgeoning piercing.
Yeah,
kind?
force you
Okay,
don't
just
have.
wanna make sure.
Yeah, there's no way.
And then on the other side, that is going to be a 12 to hit Altus and a 26 to hit Z
Yeah.
for 24 force damage. As the one that hits Altus, you're able to duck out of the way, but Z, it slams you against that wall. And it is going to drag you there. All right, we are down from the hands.
Oh, it's dragging me somewhere?
Yeah, it doesn't continue to grasp you, but it moves you away.
Okay.
And as we go into this room with all of you taking hits one after another, we are now moved to the quiet outdoors, where a rumbling is heard within the tower above you.
Oh, Z's
And
screaming.
a grunt of Z as he begins screaming right after a thud hits the wall.
Hearing Z scream after running, for sure.
Okay, so it's going to take you about 20 feet of movement to get up to where Friedhelm is.
Okay. And I don't know if my token's on here.
It is not,
Okay.
but now it is.
Just sounds of panic from Altus.
Say it.
Oh, hello, Hugo.
Taking the stairs.
We are in
straight
mortal
up.
danger.
Sounds like it. I'm going to bring down a.
Where is Valet?
You said you were going into the House of the Arcane.
I'm going to bring down a flame strike. So 10-foot radius, 40 feet high, and I'm going to do it in a way that I only get the two hands closest to me.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And do they need a
Dex
dex
save
Okay.
from both, yeah.
Are they fast hands?
They are jazz hands. That is a 17 and a 15.
17 makes it, so half, 15 does not.
All right.
So then they take... 19 points of fire damage and 14 points of radiant damage.
All right. And the one that hit Z is now looking rough. And we are back at the end of Hugo's turn, coming down to Friedhelm.
All right. What kind of action would it be to study that portal?
I'll let you do an Arcana check as a bonus action.
Okay. I don't really use bonus actions, so that's fine. Ooh. Wait, no, I roll on D to be on. I don't know what I'm doing.
What was the roll that was rolled?
What? It doesn't matter. It was cocked.
No.
No, it's pretty flat there, buddy.
It was better than this. So
Jesus Christ.
7 plus 9?
18.
16.
Okay, you can see with the 16, it appears to be a portal to some sort of demi-plane.
Okay.
That sounds bad.
Demi-plane. Okay.
Repeating the word,
I'm sorry.
it just becomes more true, although not more elucidating.
I'm trying to be as smart as my character. Can I have Thurgood using flyby so he doesn't get attacks of opportunity, fly through that portal,
Okay.
and then come back and mentally tell me what was in there?
What is his speed?
Owls have 50.
Okay.
So if he does nothing else on his turn.
Yeah, so he goes through the portal, and you lose contact with him.
And then he comes back.
He does not come back.
He does not come back.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, no.
But he knew to come back if he could.
If that's the instruction you gave him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So okay, so all right,
I'm-
one-way portal.
I've never been in the mindset of an owl.
Well, he's technically a fiend. But...
Yes.
So it seems to be a one-way portal.
He just didn't come back out of it.
I know. Well,
yes.
I'm making an assumption as my character.
Yes.
So maybe not go through there. And then I'm going to, in the spirit of things, I'm going to cast Summon Aberration to summon a medium aberrant creature right here.
All right, behind this gent.
Yes.
All right, which I'm.
Or should I go help you, Tempest? I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, now we should run, right?
I mean, can we run?
Because I'm going to disengage. I would disengage on my next turn, and we can run if.
I didn't know that was
Unless
a plan.
you think. Well, now, okay. So if you yell out, "It's a one-way portal." Okay, so we can leave, right?
Perhaps.
How large is the aberration?
Medium. It is a star spawn.
All right.
Star spawn. Cool.
Anything else on your turn?
What does it look like?
I don't know. It doesn't say what the star spawn looks like. So I'm assuming it's just a mass of tentacles and eyes.
Excellent. We will.
That's like a nightmare spawn.
This mass of tentacles and eyes comes out of the floor behind the big bee's hand, and we are back to the top of.
Well, hang on. So if you could put it in between these two right here, and then but up one. There you go. And then each one of these it has to take a wisdom saving throw.
And that wisdom saving throw from the hands is a 15 and an 11.
All right, so they each take 2d6 psychic damage.
As a minimum,
Which is 8.
this one dissipates into blue flame that rises to the ceiling.
And then when you used to use your summon spells on Hugo, did they get to act right away? Because that's an automatic thing, his aura, but...
It's right. I think they go right after.
Okay.
It'll say in the spell. Fits right after your turn.
It shares my initiative count.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have
but
to
it
go
takes
right
its turn immediately
Right
after mine.
Yeah.
So he will Psychic Slam this one,
All right.
which is a melee spell attack, reach 5, 1d8. Okay.
Which will be...
I'm rolling, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, that's only a 2 plus 9, 9, 10,
Does
11.
not hit. So far, a 19 has hit. And from Friedhelm, we will go to the top of the round with Altus.
Disengage. I'll disengage after a moment. I mean, unless you guys want to take them down, but I'm yelling to disengage.
Okay, listening to Tempest, I'm gonna disengage and move away just outside the doorway if I can.
So like here.
Yes, because Hugo is there.
Sorry.
Yes, and then ready. Can I ready a spell? Because I used this. I disengaged.
Disengage is an action, right?
It is an action.
Yeah.
Can I ready a spell as a bonus action? How does that fall?
Do you have
No.
a bonus action spell?
Yeah, it'd have to be a bonus action.
Oh, but you
spell.
can't ready a bonus action. It has to be an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That answers that.
That's my answer. That's my turn then, and then I'm just gonna yell, "Okay, waiting."
All right. From Altus, we are down to Tempest.
Disengage. I can get just outside this room. My regular movement. I will ready an axe attack if they move closer to us.
Excellent. And disengage works on every creature you pass, not just the first two, correct? Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yes, it does. And actually, I probably can't ready that axe attack because I'm not using an attack action, so I can't use my second attack. So
Excellent. From Tempest, we are down to Z.
Oh, you want to take them down?
No. It's close enough that if I go past it, it's going to get an attack of opportunity. But if I disengage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if you went here and then move kitty corner, unless it has a 10-foot reach, you should be fine.
That square's right next to it.
This spot would allow it
Yeah.
to have that.
Yeah.
But if you disengage,
Yeah, disengage and go down.
All right. As Z comes, I'll let Mark move the tokens because that is what his job is, and I am making that more difficult. Z, as you do that and come out of the room, you all see these two hands move over to the aberration as this one steps forward and slams the door.
oh,
And you are out of initiative.
A little rude.
Yes. I had that creature for an hour.
Are you?
Not anymore.
What are they doing to it? Are you still connected?
I can't see through its senses or anything. I just give it.
So, although you are all out of combat, I will let you know. From that, they both did. That was a 17 and a 28 to hit it
Yeah, those are both hit.
for a combined 52 force damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Yeah, what you didn't see on the other side of the wall was the hands come up and high five the apparition out
Nice.
of existence
Oh, good lord.
as the portal sits open behind them. All right, you are all out of initiative in the hallway of the Tower of Conjuration.
Tempest, what is it? What set him off?
I mean, as soon as I started in there, they started vibrating angrily at me. And then I touched the tower, and they got angrier.
Is it possible to take a snack break? My blood sugar is awful low.
Sure.
Right here?
Yes.
From the bottom of the stairwell, you hear, well, was there anything interesting up there, at least?
Figurine ornamental tower? Yes.
It was quite the raucous from that side.
Giant hands. Giant big hand things.
Bigby's legacy at it again.
Huh. And after that last clap of thunderous applause, the room beyond the door has gone silent.
You know, Bigby has both the best and worst spells.
Okay. Well, you want to take a nap? Yeah.
No, just a snack break.
Let's go to the bottom of the tower, at least.
Yeah,
I
wait.
just want to take a short rest.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
We will short
But he
rest at the bottom of the tower.
But he doesn't want to take a nap. Let's take a snack break.
Oh dear, the specificity of the rest. All right, so are you all trying to like lock yourselves in, or what's the plan as far as that short rest? Just set up a guard, or
I would love to take a snack break outside the tower and enjoy the weather for the first time in years.
Oh, that's a good idea. We go out to the tower.
Sure.
okay. Back out on the street, where you see on the higher spires and in small places in the street where the frost has melted away, and in those outer reaches still clings where this bubble of magic is not reached. It is quiet all around you.
I'm gonna swing one of my.
Don't forget your hit dice too.
Well, maybe I'll do the head dice first.
Oh, I can also aid.
Prayer of healing.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm full health, but
Yeah, someone's sitting in the doorway.
Friedrich did not fare as well.
Friedhelm.
No, Friedrich, my son.
This is Friedrich. Huh?
Oh, you're so we have Thurgood, the familiar, Friedrich, the seven.
And I also found I looked up Starspawn in between turns, and I found this really great picture of this like just yellow robe that the robe just turns into a mass of tentacles.
I remember reading up on star spawns, and they are
They're basically Cthulhu.
All right. Well, while you are doing that, let's take a look at some other things. And
I think we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Nothing here is natural, and I don't like it.
Well, this is a great opportunity, and Valin.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my group.
Oh,
Woof.
Well, I guess we could I feel like we need more of a strategy moving through here. So what do we know? So we know there are towers. The towers seem to have hints about something. Do we need to visit all the towers to make sure we get all the hints? Because now I'm feeling like going to those woods is less important.
Can you resummon your familiar?
given an hour.
And what was your familiar's about?
Yes.
Could it fly to the door or the gate of wherever we need to go and see if there's any connection?
I mean, in theory.
Okay, so we can see if we need to waste our time going to these towers or if it's pointless.
Well, already we've received 2 instructions, both of which are not something I would think to do.
Well, can you see through your familiar senses?
Of course.
Well, then, can you send him to the towers, or it, I don't know what it is, and read the inscriptions? Because it seems like that's all we got out of the first 2, and then we can get the rest of them.
The first inscription was in Netherese, right?
yes, and then the second was in Draconic.
I have no guarantee that I'd be able to read each inscription.
Fair
Tempest.
point. And how's that all get into
12
the building too?
Thanks.
If the door's closed, how's that all get in?
Z.
I like what you're thinking, but so
You took damage, right?
I did.
Not to mention the first
did for
tower
12.
was
Oh,
trapped.
shucks.
But not. We were able to read before stepping into the trap.
Yes, because I used my magic senses, which I would not be able to use through my familiar.
We also these first 2 towers have had guardians of some kind, but what exactly are they guarding?
Right.
To
We
be
don't know.
honest, we were able to get the messages without upsetting the guardians
That's
of the first one.
What I just said.
Yes.
Well, you were
so-
saying to send the owl, but I'm saying we could just physically go to each tower.
So why don't we just do that?
But why have guardians if we
Because there's other
can
things.
just get there, not disturb them, and leave?
That's
Those
what,
are the
that's
things
what
in
we're
the
saying
tower.
the new plan is.
Well, and don't we think that whatever these towers' messages are has to do with the Netherese? It doesn't have to do with the Frostmaiden and Winter.
Yes,
It
I'm
feels totally unrelated.
confused, Valen, as to how their quest and ours matches.
My plan here was to see what of use I could find within the structure itself. And I believe that either an item we find or possibly even the Mythalar itself may allow them to reach their goals at the same time.
So checking the towers for items is possibly a good thing because we could come across something that could help us.
She points back to the base of the tower, the largest structure that you can see on the necropolis itself, where even from this vantage point blocked, there is glowing light emanating from between the tree-like roots. And that is the greatest source of magic known to existence at this point.
Well,
I
dramatic,
say-
she is correct.
I say we continue with the towers. However, we're close to this forest thing. It is weird to me that there's a forest thing.
Well, plus we do need to find a wand, an elder oak wand, I believe.
Nether oak.
Nether oak.
So, tree, oak.
I do not know what a nether oak is. Valen?
I'm assuming maybe it's an oak that was planted by another East.
I think that that's the most logical conclusion.
So between us and the trees, is there another tower?
There is, so you have that House of the Arcane sort of behind you, between you and the tower that you just came out of. There is
I
between
still
you.
feel like there could be information inside the House of the Arcane.
I don't want to agree, but if we are looking for secrets to help fight things, that might be a good idea to check.
I mean, a history book could answer all the questions we have. I mean, there is one other consideration. It's of my understanding that the Ragged Glacier is a creation of the Frostmaiden, that she has preserved this city.
I think. I know not whether she's preserving it directly, or whether whatever latent magic is left over is performing it, as it still seems to me that most of this is rather active.
But the Codicil of White, which is her book,
Allowed us to enter the cave.
allows us to enter the cave which led here. So it seems that she has sealed it away. So if she has done that, then there must be something here.
I think we need to explore. I don't think we need to explore everything, but
We need more
We-
information.
We
Yeah.
need more answers.
And the greatest place for information is a school.
Where you all sit presently, in front of you is, as we discussed, the tower and the school, as well as a sunken block where that line comes off of the tower and seems to have a foothold. A large 4-turreted building, and then the arboretum is beyond that.
I say we check this school first, then maybe the towers, and then I do think we need to go to the arboretum.
I mean, that's probably where we'd find another oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, deductive reasoning is always appreciated. Nether oak trees, yes.
Oh,
So-
Professor, do you know what a nether oak tree is?
House of blah blah.
Yes. I do not know offhand, but if I were to hesitate to guess, I would agree with your druid friend, yeah. All right. So, school first?
Yes. I feel like if they taught their children anything about their city, that would be the best place, right?
8 tusk-like towers are embedded in the walls of this monumental building, their spires arching over its shattered roof. Within, 8 stained glass windows overlook a ruined auditorium. Benches, glistening with frost, are arrayed in broken rows, facing a raised lectern. A bejeweled goblet rests upon the lectern, steam rising from the goblet's contents and dissipating into the air.
That's not weird at all. I start walking around the perimeter of the room just to make sure.
Put my hand
it's
on
the
your shoulder.
presence.
Advantage on your next initiative.
Jenkins, just roll like a straight intelligence check.
Oh. Thanks. That'd be a 3.
As you make a perimeter, nothing seems to jump out at you. You do notice that there are people in each of the stained glass, although it's not clear at all what they're doing.
How big is the school?
The room itself, it could fit, you could see several hundred people.
But it's just like an amphitheater, just
Yes.
one big room? Okay. I think I'll still stay at the door.
Okay,
Just remember,
Inside at the door.
got it.
I'm going to whistle, and my giant badger that I summoned last time has been chilling at the entrance to Ythryn.
It's been with us. It's just been hanging with Hugo.
Okay.
It just comes bounding over.
I'm
Front
gonna
legs and back legs come together.
send him up to the whatever this altar thing is.
The badger makes its way down that central aisle and kind of slowly up onto the stage itself, and nothing happens. It's able to approach the pedestal without response.
Can I do an investigation check to see if I can't find any documentation or lesson plans or anything like that?
Go ahead.
That was nature. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Where are you looking?
Well, I'm looking for like office. Like there must have been a place where teachers prepped, right?
There are no doorways leading off of the space except for the one that entered, and ones at the rear of the stage that lead back onto the street.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll check the stage if there's any lesson plans or anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
25.
There are a few worn pieces of paper at the base of the lectern, written in Netherese.
Okay. Can Professor help me out?
Bobbing over on his little light. It appears to be a very dense.
And also, I approach him as if like an esteemed colleague at a university. Professor, could you look these over for me?
Oh yes, I forgot. You can't read it. It appears to be some sort of very dense lecture material on. Well, he begins with evocation, and then it becomes necromancy. I feel like he's really talking in circles here a bit. And the professor starts to just hover over the paper itself, making little, yeah. I don't agree with any of this. Magical theory. I don't think it's anything that I would consider useful to this, and I'm very disappointed to find it in the hall of such esteemed mages.
Well, opinions aside, it's not useful.
Not from what I can see. There.
I'm sorry, I was hoping for more actual offices, not just a literal auditorium.
As you stand talking, there is the
Right, this cup thing.
from the goblet behind.
I missed the goblet thing.
There's a goblet on the pedestal that's steaming.
Oh. Can I investigate
That's why I'm
that?
surprised you didn't go right for that. I was like, real. What? You're going for papers?
Yeah, so the goblet is embedded with 8 colored crystals.
Okay.
And the liquid inside looks like hot water.
Arcana check?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
The crystals do seem to match exactly the colors that you saw in the 2 towers thus far.
Conjuration. Yeah.
Yes, although there are 6 additional. Beyond that, the liquid has a neutral smell. As far as you can tell with Arcana, that's about it. Aside from that, with the carvings upon the goblet itself, and with the way that it's behaving without any seeming input, it is clearly magical.
Mm-hmm. And how big is it?
About.
So not big enough to casually carry.
No, I'd say not. No.
Should I detect magic it? Do you guys mind if I take 10 minutes?
He
Sure.
does, but
All right. As
Hugo has made it very clear that he doesn't care what I do.
As you take the time to do that, there is continually light rustling sounds outside of the building as you heard making your way through, making it clear that none of these spaces are completely unoccupied. And the papers on the floor that Professor Scant was poring over are suddenly swept away as if by a broom towards one of the entryways, and he splutters after them and comes back muttering, "Damn unseen servants, never letting finish get
I cover my unseen servant's ears.
And-
Professor!
With your ritual, you can see that the liquid carries auras of all 8 schools of magic, while the goblet itself has an aura of divination magic. It is not poisonous or harmful.
can you tell
I
us?
can try
this?
one more thing. It's neither poisonous nor harmful. It seems to be used for divination, but it has all 8 schools of magic inherent to
Do you
it.
think we need to put the ingredients in it, like the Netheries, wand, and whatever, and find the rest of them?
Perhaps? I'm not 100% sure. I would like to try one more thing, if you don't mind me taking a little bit longer. If you would like, I have cookies from Waterdeep.
No,
He holds
Are
out
you
a
gonna
little
do-
box of cookies.
no thanks.
You do another ritual? Okay, so while you do that, Z's gonna go up and sit on the floor next to Hugo, even if Hugo's standing, and pull out one of those gourd flagons of the fire lichen alcohol. And just like takes a swig and then like hands it up to you.
Looks around, sits down next to you.
This bodes well.
Alright, I would like to ritually cast Identify.
Okay, it is a magic goblet,
Mm-hmm.
and the liquid inside will give the drinker a supernatural charm.
Ooh.
The goblet itself will never run dry as long as it remains in the auditorium.
Well, I will drink from it then.
All right.
Do you tell us that, or you just drink it?
Well, I have to try something.
No, wait, stop.
Oh,
Don't.
You two are drinking.
It's for mystical science.
I hold the flask.
I want to say it's for
Pour it out to
science, but he's a wizard.
are you
Don't-
drinking the lichen or from the goblet?
you. But like,
The lichen was handed to me first.
All right. So you receive, as you drink, the charm of the diviner. It allows you to cast the True Strike cantrip as an action at will for 24 hours.
What a lame supernatural gift.
True
As an
strike.
action?
Yes.
Ugh. Worst cantrip in the
Sorry.
game. It's like
Try it.
it's like a toss up between that and blade board.
Tempest, you receive the charm of the enchanter. It allows you to cast the Friends cantrip as an action at will for 24 hours.
Okay.
are we all trying this?
I tried that. Can I hand it over?
Actually,
Tempest, you give it to
I don't know if you
Yeah.
should mix it with alcohol.
As he's saying that, I'm already taking this away.
You receive the charm of the conjurer. It allows you to cast the mage hand cantrip as an action for 24 hours.
Yes.
I love
Sure,
drinking.
why not?
Just watch you get a cantrip you already have.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're passing it around. I'm liking this this sharing exercise.
How does the magic beverage bode with the alcohol in my stomach? Am I okay?
It neutralizes it.
Ooh.
So that
So
warm
it's like a
feeling
sweet
that you
stuff.
were getting from that fire lichen is suddenly just gone as if you'd never drank either.
Interesting.
Speaking of other cantrips in the game, you receive the Charm of the Abjurer and allows you to cast the Blade Ward cantrip as an action at will for 24 hours.
Yes! My favorite spell.
Wizards!
Are you partaking?
I just drink more alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I just give you I have more.
I take another swig and then put it in my bag.
Okay. All right. So you have now all partaken of the supernatural.
Well,
things.
this was a large waste of time. I guess we can push on.
Keep in mind for me when 24 hours has passed.
Oh no!
Since you took
I
the
identified it!
Off to the arboretum then.
There was another building on the way, but yes, that
A
is the end goal.
library was on the way, and then the arboretum is beyond that.
I didn't know it was a library. I would have, if I had known it was a library, I would have skipped this room altogether.
But I got mage hand. I'm really glad we stopped.
Oh, blah blah.
The way you say it. No.
Smack.
All right, so are you leading them towards the library? It's okay.
Where is the library? In reference
this
to...
building here.
Oh, I thought
so
that
it's
was
right
the
outside
school.
of the arboretum.
This
was the House of the Arcane.
Gotcha.
House of the Arcane Tower
Library.
School.
How far away is the arboretum from the library?
It's about 30 feet from the edge of the library. Like from you see how how it's not totally straight on. So from that tower that's closest to it, it's about 30 feet.
Can I do just a glancing view and see if there's any animals at all?
What you can see from there, there are no animals, merely trees
Okay.
swaying gently as if in an unseen breeze.
I'll probably stay, whatever they're doing inside the library, I'll stay outside. I'll probably summon Mordecai and send him into the arboretum.
All right.
I'll stay outside with you.
A colossal building has many lofty turrets in a state of disrepair. The ground below littered with their rubble. A giant-sized door at the base of the structure stands slightly ajar. Entering the library, shelves line its walls in a labyrinth. Every conceivable subject is covered on books crammed into the shelves. And as you come forward, you hear a little bit of a slight scratching sound, and a head pokes around one of the corners as a bespectacled, jackal-headed humanoid paces into view with a bundle of scrolls under one arm, followed by an eyeless, white, 5-foot-tall penguin in a leather harness shuffling behind, dragging a small cart laden with more books.
What?
Pink.
Excuse me, are you the librarian?
Oh, you must be the librarians.
Scrivensley is in need of your assistance.
Yes. Where are...
Yes, you are. You have come.
Yes.
I am a professor, but librarian is a close second.
You are the librarian. Oh, Scrivensley is in need of the librarians of this building.
We are the librarians. Point us to
No, I'm a professor.
where is... In the, I use Mage Hand to just shut it.
You see the penguin kind of shuffles unevenly back and forth, staring blindly ahead as Scrivensley reaches into a pocket and pulls out some black licorice that it begins to nibble on.
Detect thoughts first off.
Which are you doing it on the Arcanoloth or on the penguin?
The Arcanoloth first.
Okay. Seriously seems to be excited to see you.
Okay, and then on the penguin.
Nervous at new sounds.
Okay, so they're real. All right,
Is this
cool.
close to what we're looking at? Or no?
Without the tongue sticking out, it is kind of just hunched.
I'm just trying to. My brain cannot figure
This
out.
is. I will show you what he looks like. He is very cute.
He's mine. I already claimed him.
This is what he looks like with his cute little
Oh my god!
Oh wow! Guest friends on
He's
him.
mine.
I mean, cute's definitely a word to describe it.
No, he's mine. He's my new friend.
And your best friend is on fire all the time.
Yeah. Amazing. Wouldn't call him cute, though.
You think Mordecai's cute? He was such a weird customer.
Need your assistance in finding the books of keeping. That's
Keeping
why-
what?
Well, the books of keeping. That is what they are. Books of keeping.
How long have you been here?
Not terribly long. Maybe a few years. Time's
Okay.
a little bit hard to gauge when you're moving between planes.
Oh, okay. And nothing here has attempted to hurt you?
But we don't leave the building. No.
Okay, but yeah, okay, nothing in the building.
And
right?
for further reference,
Who is talking? The Arcanoloth or the Penguin?
the Arcanoloth.
Okay.
This is what he looks like. Wizened.
I mean, the other thing's cuter.
Well, I mean, this is literally a fiend, but.
Okay. Good.
Oh no, I'm trying to think.
Would you help me, Serge?
I'm sorry, search what exactly?
What's the organizational system? I mean, I could definitely assist.
Well, it seems to be much outdated from what I was originally assuming it was to be.
And he begins to take steps over to one of the shelves as he starts to point out to you the system that he's beginning to decipher from his time spent with that. And I believe, Tempest, you were outside with Hugo. And Z, you seem to be the least engaged in Scrib and Scry
Yes.
this far. And the penguin sidles over to you and taps your hand with its fin where there is a note.
Just like
Missy!
I open the note up and what is discreetly.
Scratched into a piece of letter are the words "Help me" in common.
No. Oh. What?
What?
Okay, hold on.
Say the word and I'll banish this MFer. Banish him right back to limbo where he belongs.
Okay, using message to the creature. What's his name? What is it called?
It's Kingsport.
Kingsport. Is this thing's holding you captive here?
Complicated. Yes. In a matter of speaking, Captain.
You're being held captive by that thing or by the city?
Cruel Master Scrib and Scry.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to get fucked with this. Why is he holding you captive?
Needs a servant. He awakened me with the promise of a life of enlightenment. But here I stand carrying his things, only to be beaten when Kingsport misbehaves.
There's this little piece of me that's like, what if this thing is playing us?
I mean, I could look through this library with or without Jackal.
Can you do insight on a psychic conversation?
Arrived yesterday.
He said he'd been here for years.
Yesterday. I can tell you what he seeks. It never changes.
What is he looking for?
Books of keeping. The lost tomes that hold the true names of his people. Every Yugoloth ever created.
Meanwhile, we're like trying to get information out of him. Like,
I'm trying to figure out the Dewey Decimal System of
Okay.
Ythryn.
I'm trying to talk to him.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll intelligence.
Just straight intelligence?
Yes, because this is a logic question.
You have a 23.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out how to. 23.
All right. You can tell pretty quickly that it's organized by School of Magic initially, with anything that does not fall under a School of Magic in a non-magic section.
Okay.
And the books themselves are coded by colored, by basically colored markings on the tops of the shelves. And you can see where you're in front of a yellow shelf, the next one is purple, the next one is green.
So
the
yellow
next
being
one is blue.
conjuration. Have I figured out the colors to the schools yet?
Only the two that you've entered.
Okay. Well, but using the library, could I learn?
Possibly.
Okay.
Can I do some type? Is there some type of check or something knowledge I can do to see if I know if Yugoloths are evil or not?
Okay, because you have traveled across the plains and dealt with basically trafficking of species between I think that's fair to roll a history check. What were you doing, Altus?
Still just talking to him, trying to figure out what the
What his
hell
goals
he's
are.
saying. Yeah,
Okay.
what his goals are, and like, what do you need? Who needs the librarians? We're the librarians. What?
Yeah, that's what I've been told that you are the librarians, and you will now assist me in my search. Yes, that's so you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's very clear.
And he still has the scrolls tucked under, finishing one piece of licorice and digging into his pocket to pull out another.
You know what? I'm so sorry. My name is Altus.
Altus.
Yes. What is yours?
Scrivenscry is Scrivenscry.
Scrivenscry.
No, I'm
Okay.
Professor Elton.
Scrivenscry.
I know. That was clear from before.
Well,
Well, I understand the system of organization. What is the tome you're looking for?
He gets a little bit huffed.
Scrivenscry is searching for the books of keeping.
So that's the name of the tome? Do you know the author?
Those who created.
I'm trying very hard. Is
No, it's
it?
making perfect sense, Altus. Don't be rude.
The author is those who wrote the names in the tome.
And you believe the Netheries have such a tome in the library?
I believe that if it is in anywhere, at least one of them must be here.
Well,
so-
Professor Scant,
We're looking for a list.
what knowledge do you have of the library?
Well, I have discerned that the library was color-coded based on type of magic.
Yes.
10 minutes later.
So before you continue, yes, that's very clear.
Yeah.
But before it can be explained to anybody else.
I'm just gonna start walking.
So
to
my
the
thoughts are either conjuration. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be non-magical tomes, correct?
Well, as far as I know, it wouldn't fall under any sort of school of magic. It is a fiendish art of which it speaks.
Yeah, so usually conjuration. I mean, for the planes and teleportation and whatnot.
I am unaware if the creation from whole cloth
would be considered conjuration or not. That is an interesting philosophical point.
Could be transmutation. I mean, technically changing one thing to another. If they were created from nothing, that's one thing. But if they were formed out of another thing, that's definitely transmutation.
But the books themselves are records.
That's true. That's true. Is there a history section?
Are you... are you going to help Scrivenscry?
Scrivenscry needs to be quiet while the librarians are discussing where to find his tome.
As soon as Professor Scant started talking, I just started walking towards Z in a huff, looking at Z, just like I'm trying.
Take us to the books.
18.
For insight?
History.
Yeah, they are not good. They, from what you remember, they generally work for the highest bidder, but and they don't really care whether the side they're on is good or bad. But they themselves are not good.
I'm gonna message to Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we should be helping this thing. He's a Uniloth.
Yes.
Those are bad, right?
I mean, yes.
So the book that he wants contains the names of all of them.
Oh. Could you bring Altus back, please? Message him to return, or tell him.
I'd just go over it with him. Like, so we're gonna go this way.
And then I say, could you have Altus enrage the creature for me?
The penguin is now staying by your side since you had spoken to it.
I message Altus. Piss the thing off.
I give Z just the most puzzled look.
Or Z just reaches out and slaps the thing.
Well, I wanted it to be distracted so that I could maybe... Anyway, I cast banishment on him.
Okay. As he looks...
He's done with being middleman, he's just like...
As he looks his Scrivenscry drops the scrolls, looking at you with rage in its eyes.
Good, drop the scrolls.
Rolls a 16 for its charisma save.
Banished.
All right. As you are within the library, Scrivenscry opens up its mouth to admonish you. And what does that look like?
So again, classic. So I do my hand gestures. He is outlined in light and then not there, as he is just kind of. I create a perfect him-sized black hole, which shunts him to another universe.
He's thereby shunted.
And I do it very casually. Just like, oh, evil? Okay.
Does anybody want to tell me what's going on? I was told to...
He was evil.
I wanted you to distract him so that there was a chance he wouldn't see me casting my spell.
Okay.
But he seems to not be very good at holding on to this universe.
The penguin rushes over to Z and nuzzles against you with its strange eye stalk, and then does the same to Altus and to Friedhelm. As it turns and Common says, "Thank you. It is all I wanted to be free and to search for enlightenment without that wicked thing."
I pat myself down and I hand it a sock and say, "You're free."
Okay.
Wow.
Unable to see, it just still continues to look forward as you put the sock in front of it. What a strange odor.
Yeah. For real.
If you are unable to see, you may wish to go outside and speak with our friend Tempest and Hugo. They could get you a head start on your new life.
I am unaware how much time I have left of comprehension, but
What do you mean?
I would gladly speak with him.
He's only awakened for a little bit.
You got inspiration for your Dirty Potter reference.
Nice.
Oh, it is late. I just looked at the time.
It's still within the normal time.
Oh, okay.
But if you think they can help me find a better life, then I'm glad to speak with them.
Well, Hugo is a druid, so awakened animals is kind of their whole shtick. So,
He will follow you. You said.
oh no, I'm not
Kingsport.
leaving the library. Me
I'll
and
take
Professor
him
Scant
outside.
are finding information on the city.
I mean, I could help it if we want.
It
Friedhelm has gotten rid of the bad guy, so he no longer cares about this penguin.
it puts out a flipper, sort of as if waiting. And you can see that there was a leash attached to the leather harness, but it is hanging limp on the ground behind the
I
penguin
do
now.
I take the leash off.
It does the cute little penguin, like all over shake kind of thing, as if it's getting off the water as that clatters to the ground.
Thank you.
I think what it's saying is that it only has a certain amount of time of intelligence left.
That's not how the awakened spell usually works.
I believe Awakened, unless it is continually cast, gives them a month.
Oh, okay.
Because we mixed this up in the past as well.
Yes.
Right.
But that is a question for another time.
Yeah. Again, Friedhelm doesn't care.
As-
Right. Okay. Speak, but it's not like, yeah.
I get it.
For 30 days until you or your companion do anything harmful to it. When the charm condition ends, the awakened creature chooses whether to remain friendly to you based on how you treated it while it was charmed.
Oh,
So it is
So,
permanently
it is
awakened.
permanently awakened.
Cool.
Yes.
It's just it only has 30 days that it's charmed to its target.
Which have passed.
Right. But it doesn't know that it's permanently awakened. It thinks it's...
Well, I mean that's a great way to,
It was
to
always
force the servitude
Right,
of the
exactly.
creature.
Yeah.
I was always told it needed to be maintained.
Oh, that was a lie.
Kingsport is free.
Welcome to free will, freedom, citizenship, blah 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 blah. Professor.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm telling Kingsport he probably shouldn't stay here. You should leave. But I don't know where to send him off to because, like, sending him through the Caves of Hunger would be a bad idea, probably.
How did they get here?
With the Jugloth.
Ooh, tell
They
me.
teleported here. It sounds like.
In a couple levels, I could teleport him to Waterdeep.
I give him instructions on how to get out to the cove that Malai is guarding.
Okay, give me
He's blind, remember?
give me a wisdom check.
That's right. I forgot he's blind.
And also, there's a lot of dangerous things in the city. I think on his own, he's definitely going to
Well,
die.
he can also stay in. He can't read though, so how is he going to get enlightenment?
As long as he doesn't go into any of these buildings and piss off anybody.
I mean, Valin is always hanging back. He could just hang out with Valin, couldn't
Yeah. That's true.
I don't want Valin to.
he? She's not going to raise him as a zombie. She hasn't done anything like that yet.
I just don't trust him. That's
Valin is outside with Hugo and Tempest still.
That's a
And I'm sending Mordecai to get a branch from one of the trees.
D4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiny D4. That's 18.
All right. You can give them very clear instructions on how to get back to the grove.
Okay. I do that and then I walk out with it to the rest of the party. And kind of.
Oh.
This is Kingsport.
Pleasure to meet you.
Z, did you walk
Oh,
out
you
with
can
us?
speak.
Hey, buddy! Try to high five him. Oh wait, you.
Blind.
I called one of his flippers and high five.
I've
It holds the flipper that you slapped in front of its face and looks back in your direction, sort of.
That was me just trying to say hi.
Hello. Does not hit you, but just baps the air.
Good job.
How long have you been blind, friend?
I was always blind, but intelligent. Not terribly long. Several months.
I've given Kingsport here directions on how to get up back to Malai. I don't.
That's a terrible idea.
I don't have any other ideas, Hugo. I did not expect to be making acquaintances in this city.
Well,
Never mind, I'm not there.
oh, I suppose he can stay with us until we're finished.
I am very good at carrying books.
Well,
What else are you good at?
Well, I haven't done much besides carry and pull. I have had tomes read to me.
We'll
Many
find.
of them disturbing.
We'll find a job for you.
Would you teach him to paint?
Kingsport is happy to repay his debt of freedom.
Oh, no debt needs to be repaid.
are you hungry, Kingsport?
Just a little kind of glottal chirp as it flaps its beak at that.
I don't know what they eat.
And
Fish, usually.
as you find dried meats within your rations to give to Kingsport, which it happily gobbles up, that is where we will end tonight. Well, tomorrow, which I mean next week, we will start up again with what was found within the library, what happened to Malachi as Mordecai as he took a branch from the arboretum, and what perhaps Kingsport may be able to assist. And with that, thank you so much to all of our patrons who have supported us. We really appreciate you guys keeping with us, and we appreciate everybody that came and was in the Twitch chat tonight. It was a lot of fun, cracking up jokes with y'all. And thank you for the initiative, which I haven't used because the dang thing was a save and not a roll, which is my fault.
End of stream.
My fault. Give that back to you. And specifically, thank you so much to Sparky, Dossievid, Daniel, Scott, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, and Johnny Mac. And with that, we will come up with a tagline eventually.
Someday.
Good night, everybody.
The line